Oh, man. Work was just terrible. Wasn't that bad until like the last hour and a half when everything just, mm, everything hit the fan. Anyway, not really here to complain about work. Um, so apparently I'm missing something here. Past couple of days, I noticed a lot of videos popping up lately in the defense of Sony. Sony and its PlayStation? Sony as a company as a whole? I'm a bit confused at the moment right now. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention. I've been kind of oblivious to what's going on lately. I've been working on other projects and going to Disneyland and stuff like that, so. So yeah, the last couple of days, everybody's like just jumping to Sony Defense, and I guess there are some other videos that brought some light about how Sony's losing money or something like that. It's because maybe the PS Vita bombed in Japan or something like that, and now the company as a whole is losing money, and like all these people are just jumping up, making videos, going, "Oh well, it's bad now, but it'll get better, and I'm just playing the games for the games. I don't care about the sales right now," which you shouldn't. That's a plus right there. But I'm just a little behind on the times the past couple days, so I don't know what's going on. If anyone wants to enlighten me on the whole situation, that'd be great. If you want to tell me. Right now, there just seems to be a lot of damage control and stuff going on. A lot of people saying Sony's losing a lot of money. And people saying, well, that doesn't mean that the PlayStation's going to go away. It probably doesn't. I mean, let's all face it. As much as I love my PS3, it hasn't exactly been doing the best in sales, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, not really paying much attention. I've just been like buying the games and doing whatever. But my enthusiasm for playing the games right now is kind of dying down. Not because it's not because of the games. Is basically because the online pass thing that everybody start forcing now. I mean, that's not a good thing. I'm sorry, it's bad. And they can say whatever they want if you sell, because you sales, but it's not. I mean, they just found a way to make more money off the game. I mean, gaming right now I'm sorry, it's going to shit. I mean, I played the demo of that game, Kingdoms of MLR. And, I liked it, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to get this game. And then I found out they're doing this offline pass crap, that if you don't put in the pass when you buy the game, certain quests of the game are going to be locked. Now, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be quests that are going to have anything to do with the main story, but still, the fact that they're even doing that, it's just wrong. It's wrong, EA, it's wrong. It's wrong, game companies. It's bad. But that's my personal opinion why I'm not really doing much of buying games right now. It's kind of, with the DLC, stuff being locked on the disc. I mean, right now it's just like extra costumes and stuff like that you don't really need, that you have to pay for. But it's not really adding or taking away anything from the game if you don't have them. But recently, with the whole announcement that the ending of Final Fantasy 13-2 might, the ending might be DLC. That's wrong right there. Because basically, if that catches on, all these other game companies are gonna be like, oh, well, they spent $60+ for a game that has no ending, and they're willing to pay another $15, $20, $10, $15, $20 for the rest of the game for the ending. If that starts happening, that's gonna be some bullshit, and I'm a little afraid for gaming's future right now. So, maybe that's part of the reason why, gaming as a whole is losing money, because people are starting to understand, what the hell are you doing to us? I mean, we're paying $60 and more, and you're not giving us the whole game. And right now, Sony, I wouldn't say Sony, but the game companies that are putting games on Sony are guilty of this. Sony is just a platform. I mean, this is going to happen either way. I mean, they're doing it on Xbox. They're not doing it on the Wii right now, because, Wii's not getting more games, let's face it. But, chances are, when the Wii U comes out, or whatever they're going to call it, they might start doing that. And, and I just don't feel like paying $60 for incomplete games. And what, I gotta pay, I mean, say the next Mario game was out for the Wii. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, whatever. Any of those. Pick one. So what happens, I shell out the $60+ for the games, because let's face it, they're going to throw the $60 pricing on there because the game's going to be HD. Get the fuck off here. I don't even have iTunes on my computer anymore. Stop it. So anyway, it's been a long day, so I'm yelling at my computer. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna put $60 for this game, and then like I get to the end, and it's like, oh, by the way, I have to pay another $20 for the real ending of the Mario game. I don't like that. And so Sony, if this is happening to Sony right now, and they're getting like, they're losing money in the game division, this is going to contribute to that, and it's going to expand to everything else. I mean, especially if the rumors are true for the next Xbox, if they're not going to be able to play used games, that's just a bad move. So all the Xbox fans are going, ha ha ha! Look what happened to Sony. Look what's going to happen to you in the next Xbox system. I mean, they're not doing anything better right now. I mean, they're not planning on doing anything better. I mean, if they're going to do that whole you can't play used games thing, I mean, it's already getting to the point, I buy a game, and I bring it over to my friend's house. It's not going to play in his system because that's where it's going. And, that's just bad. That's bad. But, all these people just jump into the Sony Defense right now, like, what's going on? I mean, I'm missing something here, obviously. So all these people going, oh, well, Sony this and Sony that. Oh, well, suddenly it's not about, oh, I just play the games. That's fine. But then a lot of people wondering, well, if Sony gets out of the gaming business, then the games might go to Nintendo, and then, oh, well, that's going to be a kiddie system. Well, if, like, say Sony, say the PlayStation goes away, and all the games are now going to be on either Xbox or a whole multi-plat thing goes Xbox and the next Nintendo system. Alright, so you got the two there, but you're both getting the same games like you would with the Xbox and PS3. So it's going to be the same game. It's not going to be toned down at all for the Nintendo version. It's just not. I think that's like what some people are worried about. Like, say, let's not say Grand Theft Auto 5, let's say Grand Theft Auto 6. 5 years from now. Could be less than that. So let's say, let's just say Sony, or it could be Xbox. Either one, you take those out of the picture, you got one left, and you're back down to 2. And a lot of people are afraid, I guess, if the game goes on to like any other system that's not Xbox, not the mature system, that it's going to be toned down and kiddified or something like that. That's not going to be the case. You're going to get the same game. It doesn't matter. But a lot of people are just like all of a sudden jump into Sony's defense, and then they're like, oh, well, see how much money Nintendo lost this year? See how much money Nintendo lost this year? Yeah, that's not good either. I mean, yeah, it looks like Nintendo lost a lot of money. I'm not going to lie, but Sony lost more. And quite frankly, for Nintendo, they're saying it's the worst. It's like the worst in the industry for them since 1981. Or sometime in the 1980s. So from 1980, whatever, to now, to this year, last year, whatever, they've been doing great. And all of a sudden, just a big old drop in money. And while that's bad, it's like their first really bad thing to happen to them in over 20 years. And apparently Sony's been doing this bad for how many other years? I mean, quite frankly, in the long run, if Sony dropped out and stopped making a system, Sony is not going to go away as a company because they got TVs, they got radios, they got DVD players, Blu-ray players, a music division, a music group, motion picture division. I mean, they got all this other shit. They probably got toilets somewhere that we don't know about. So I guess a lot of people are suddenly afraid that the PS3 is going to be like the last PlayStation system. I mean, is that what it is? I don't know. So anyway, I'm wondering about that. But quite frankly, I don't think whatever's going on, I don't think it's because nobody's. It is because people are buying games, not for reason why you think. Not because the games are bad. It's because they're starting to throw a lot of bullshit with the games, and people are starting to realize this. They're getting screwed. They're not paying for full games. And there's like DLC that expands the story. But then when you pay, but there's other stuff on the disc and it's locked until you pay for it, and that's considered DLC, and it's not. I mean, far back as last gaming generation, you got that stuff with a cheat code, or you earned it while by fulfilling certain parts in the game, certain conditions of the game. Now it's like, just pay for it. Pay us more money and we'll give you the rest of it. But I paid you $60 already. Too bad. You want this stuff? You give us more of your money. And up until like, I'd say a year ago, I didn't realize this at all either. And I finally clicked. I'm like, what? Something's going on here. Something's wrong. And I'm watching like the videos. I'm watching other people, and they're showing me what's going on. I'm like, holy crap, this is bullshit. So, as far as what's happening with Sony, I don't think it's that big video right now. As far as Nintendo losing all the money, I also don't think that's a big video right now. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if gaming goes away, then you know what? We all go outside and we get skinny again. That's all I'm saying. But whatever. So gaming as a whole might face a problem right now based on, you know, DRM, DLC, all this other stuff. Game companies trying to tell us that even though we bought the game, it's not ours. And the fact that we can't bring like the game over to, you know, a lot of shit's going on right now that is just really gonna fuck up gaming as a whole. So, you know, it's not just Sony, it's not just Nintendo, it's not just Xbox, it's not just PC. I mean, PC's got the worst of it all because they got like, that's like the worst thing in the it's like piracy right there. I mean, that's a whole nother issue I'm not getting into, but. And like I said, nothing against PC gaming. It's just they got every thing right now has got its problems. I mean, Xbox account life accounts getting phished. You know, the whole hacking thing with Sony. Nintendo just being stupid. And you know what it is, so that's what's going on right now, and it's looking bad, guys. I'm just saying. And by the way, if I didn't mention this before, I do have a PS3. I like my PS3. I have a lot of fun with my PS3, so don't try to pass me off as some drone or fanboy of another system. Fucking box cutter still stuck in my belt. Alright, well, anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Have a nice night, people.